Hello and welcome to Fit to Box channel. Tonight, Tyson Fury versus Dillian Whyte. It's just about to start. I'm going to watch it and I'm going to share what I feel as it's going on with you guys as I normally do. So Jimmy Lennon Jr. is in the ring now and he's just announcing. They've got the special belt in the background, the WBC belt that's white with a Union Jack on it. The WBC seem to create a belt for all occasions. Got more belts than Matalan, the WBC, but there you go. Somebody's going to end up with that white WBC belt. You know, they've been dreaming for years about getting the green belt, and then they get to this, and it turns out it's going to be a white belt. But it'll look good. It'll look good in somebody's front room, whether that be Fury or Dillian Whyte. So now they've just been singing Sweet Caroline. As is the tradition now at these big events, but I thought probably best not to record that and to come straight in now as the fighters are about to come in. So this is Wembley, 94,000 they reckon. It looks absolutely packed. They extended that, I think it was 90,000, and then they found another 4,000 seated areas or areas to view from. Probably got them on the roof. 4,000 people, another 4,000 suddenly appeared. Chances to get, but yeah, the tickets went very, very quickly, and yeah, I have to say the commentary and the footage that you get now on the television is superb, and to sit at home and to enjoy all the different angles and the build-up is almost as good as being there. I've been to many big fights. It would be great to be there, but I've also been to fights where you haven't really been able to see the ring very well. I went to Vladimir Klitschko versus Chagayev at the Schalke 04 stadium, and you could barely see the ring. But there you go. I think we paid about €80, so it was up in the gods. It was a great occasion. It was great to be there, but did I really see much of the fight? I can't say that I did. I was looking at a big screen rather than being able to see it. But I did a few years ago. I was at David A versus Macronelli, and for about £120 we had some fantastic seats quite close to the ring. £120 wouldn't get you anything now. Some of these tickets are absolutely just so expensive. But that is sort of boxing now, and the popularity of it, so that's good. That's good. So just coming in now is going to be Dillian Whyte. So they're just playing the Jaws music, which is really good, really good. I love a big fight, love a big fight. And Dillian Whyte, he deserves his chance. He has waited so long. Disgraceful really by the WBC. Should hang their heads in shame how they've made Dillian Whyte wait. They obviously, here he is, he's doing his little wolf thing there, and yeah, the WBC made this guy wait. He should have fought Wilder a couple of times really, but they didn't. I don't think the WBC want him as the champion, so it'll be interesting tonight to see what goes on. The music started, he's making his way to the ring. What an atmosphere this is, absolutely fantastic. Yeah, he's striding, he's wearing sort of black, which what looks like silver on his dressing gown. He's got a cap on, and he's got black gloves on, and I would imagine they should be Fly gloves. I've got my Fly t-shirt on, he's got wearing Fly in the background, and they should be Fly gloves. Of course, a little while back, the WBC banned Fly gloves and then unbanned them. With well, they must have put it in the small ads of a newspaper when they unbanned them. But yeah, so I thought it was a bit unfair really, because if you're going to come out and say yeah, a gloves is banned, you should then equally give a statement to say actually we've done an investigation, we've found that not to be the case. But no, they're sort of a bit like a newspaper really, massive headlines and then a little piece that big saying oh yeah, that was wrong. But there you go. So hopefully he's wearing Fly. He should be. I can't see yet. His arms are aloft, and Dillian Whyte has got long arms, let me tell you. But he has not got as long arms as the giant that is Tyson Fury. But he's really is pumping the crowd up now. What a great occasion. So, yeah, he's just waiting. It looks good. It looks like he's pumped for this, and he should be. He's been training very, very hard for it, and as I say, he's been waiting a hell of a long time for this opportunity. Tyson Fury, he's obviously I loved it when he beat Wilder. I really did, especially after the excuses and Glovegate 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. And all the excuses that came from Wilder and his fans. I absolutely loved the third one, where he basically ended the career of Wilder. I don't think he'll come back, and if he does come back, then he should fight somebody like Joshua or Dillian Whyte. It would be a great fight, that would, but I'm not so sure that we'll see Wilder again. Dillian Whyte coming in again, swinging his arms. He looks very, very focused. It's a big night for him tonight. And then we've got obviously Tyson Fury. He's saying he's going to retire after this. Whether or not he will, because there's still fights that people are interested in. Fight against Usyk, fight against Joshua would still be a massive fight. And again, he's just getting into the ring now. He's taking his cap off, and yet he has got black fly gloves on. And he's just on the ring apron, just about to get in. Looks like he's having a little bit of a prayer, and as if he's trying to step over the top rope. He's stepping over the top rope, and he is now in the ring. It looks a little bit subdued, I have to say. He's got body snatcher in silver on the back of his sort of dressing gown, and then Jimmy Lennon is now going to announce Tyson Fury to come in. And then you got your guy in the background with the white WBC belt. It's a big moment for him. Never seen him before, but he's obviously one of the WBC representatives. And now Tyson Fury has just been announced to coming into the ring, and he normally has a theme. Today is St George's Day, which is basically like he's the patron saint of England. And I have seen earlier in the dressing room that it looks like St George Cross, the red on the white, looks like that's on Fury's gloves as well. Now I would fully expect Fury to be wearing Paffen sports gloves. He's been wearing them for a while, and now, even though it's St George's Day, they're playing American Pie by Don McLean, which obviously is something that Fury has sang in the ring before. I'm not sure what American Pie's got to do with this contest, but there you go. And that is Don McLean there. I didn't even know that he was still alive. But, well, I'm presuming it's Don McLean. Some bloke with a guitar and some sunglasses on. It's got to be him. It's got to be him. Can't be somebody else. Anyway, singing American Pie on well, we've got a little montage of lots of Fury action. Just get in the ring, come on. So, BT Sport, I've watched the undercard. You know, the fight before this was fairly boring, I have to say. Bit of an upset with Ball over Low. That was a weird ending, and the ref just should have stopped the contest as Isaac Lowe was facing the wrong way. He'd been thrown into the corner, was facing the wrong way, and the ref just froze, and then Ball just uppercutted him a couple of times, big shots in there, and that was the end of the contest. But bizarre finish to that one. And then earlier on, Tommy Fury beat a guy. He should have beat him more easy than he did, really. But there you go. They're still trying to get the Jake Paul fight on. It's gone a bit flat, really. I think that one. Yeah, I mean, we haven't even seen Tyson Fury yet, and we're doing some sort of American Pie karaoke, and it's all good, this, and if you're there, the atmosphere and stuff, but I just want to see the fight, really. I just want to see the fight. Come on, get in there. I don't mind if the music's when they're walking in. There's Paris there, in white, and yeah, the crowd looks like they're really amped up for this. Still not seeing Fury making his way to the ring. Literally, they just had American Pie and a little montage and everyone singing. So yeah, Dillian Whyte still waiting in the ring, and then we've got another montage. He's wearing white with the sort of the flag, the white flag with the red cross. He's got that. That's his theme, being St George's Day. And again, as I say, on his gloves as well, you can just see them. But he looks like he's still in his dressing room. Yeah, Dillian, he's in the dress. He's in the ring. Dillian is just like moving, shaking about, just trying to keep warm while all this is going on. Taking the time. Yeah. It's all about the show, but let's get some boxing on. Stadium looks amazing, and it looks like everybody has got their camera phones on. It's an incredible sight. So he's coming out. He's got his brother with him. His brother's had a haircut since the last time that he had a big fight, and they're all ready, blowing kisses now as he walks out. It's a big fight, it is a big fight, and really looking forward to it. My prediction was stoppage for Fury to stop Whyte 9-11, but if Whyte puts it on him early, I wouldn't be surprised if you see Fury on the canvas one or two times, but again, as I said, he does tend to get up, but sometimes, hey, everyone can be knocked down, and he might not be able to beat the count. So it's a very interesting fight, and Dillian Whyte, as I say, he actually does deserve to win it. So although I'm a bit of a neutral in this, if Dillian Whyte won, it would be sweet. And the WBC, they'd have a bit of explaining to do as to why they made him wait. And I noticed the other day Dillian Whyte had gone up to the President Suleiman and was basically challenging him to say what the hell's gone on, and Suleiman was sort of trying to brush it off, saying it was because of COVID, and why does he keep harking on about the past, which I thought was a bit harsh. But there you go. He said it to him, and won't make any difference, because I think they loved having Wilder as the WBC champion, and I think they're really enjoying having Fury as the champion now. He's become a bit of a massive figurehead for mental health, having been through what he's been through. He's striding towards the ring now. He looks super confident. He looks super relaxed as well. He's really enjoying his moment. Still got his dressing room on. He's milking the crowd, and it looks like there's a throne there, so he's gonna probably sit on a throne. He's really milking this. He's sitting there, the Gypsy King, and the music is pumping out, and they've got fireworks going out the top of Wembley Stadium as well. Looks like a fair amount of fireworks there. Certainly not a box of standard fireworks that you used to get for like 20 quid, would last approximately 2 minutes. But they look like they spent a bit of money on the fireworks. So Frank Warren spent some money on the main event. Fury is running to the ring now. Frank Warren spent some money on the main event, spent some money on some fireworks. Didn't really spend that much money on the undercard, it's safe to say. So Fury is jogging to the ring. I don't like to see fighters run into the ring. I always remember Monty Barrett against David A. He run to the ring and tripped up, fell out into the ring. But Fury's in there. Both boxers are now in the ring, and we are about to see a fight. So from that, it took 15 minutes to get both in. I'll tell you what, this better be a good fight. He went into My Sex Is On Fire. Don't know what the relevance is. Anyway, right, okay, so you can see there, you got both of them just waiting. Oh, we've got the national anthems now. Oh dear me. Laura Wright is going to sing this. Laura Wright, who looks like she's heavily pregnant. Oh, that's not going to affect the baby. It's a bit of pressure on her. Yeah, she's singing national anthem. Yeah, she's dressed in all red. She's got a good voice. Very operatic. Yeah, good. And they're wrapping Tyson up in towels. It's obviously a bit cold out there. Just applying some more Vaseline to Dillian Whyte's forehead. And then, yeah, this girl, she looks good. She sings good. And it looks like she's going to be a mom very, very soon. Let's hope not tonight. But fair play. She was obviously booked for the gig, and didn't know she was going to be pregnant at the time, and then managed to belt out a good rendition there. I was quite impressed. So there we're going on to the tail of the tape. Ages: 33 Fury, 34 Whyte, 6'9" Fury, 6'4" Whyte, 18 stone 12 Fury, 18 stone 1 Whyte. Reach of 85 inches for Fury, 78 inches for Whyte. So that is, yes, a massive guy. Fury, people don't realise how big Tyson Fury is. He's a massive, massive guy. Okay, Jimmy Lennon Jr. is there. Again, no Michael Buffer. No Michael Buffer. I wonder what Buffer thinks when there's a big fight on and Jimmy Lennon's doing it. I wonder if they really, like, there's a bit of, I should have had that. It's my job. Might be really good friends. Let's hope they are. Yeah, because there's plenty of big fights for them to go around. So we've got the Ring magazine belt there. We've got the WBC belt. Fury's got his towels on. And we've got 3 judges that are just being announced. One from Mexico, one from Italy, one from Canada. Okay, brilliant. So no British judges for this all-British clash. But we have got referee Mark Lyson. He's a British referee. So here we go. 12 rounds. Oh yes, fever pitch in there now. Fever pitch. And then Fury has got some red and white Nike Hyper KO original boxing boots on. I've got a pair of them myself. Nice boots. Lovely boots. So this in London, England, Wembley. And Jimmy Lennon is bringing the crowd to a real sort of crescendo. Just introducing Dillian with his black fly gloves on. Stance Orthodox trainer Xavier Miller, 6'4". He's a big guy himself. Record 28 wins, 2 losses, 19 wins by KO. Again, the body snatcher on his t-shirt at the back, and Vow Nutrition. I've tried some Vow Nutrition. Very, very good stuff. Very good stuff. I love the protein shakes. I've had them quite a lot. Nice, very nice. And he's got his wolf on his shorts, which is sort of his theme. Yeah, he looks ready. He looks ready. This is good. This is good. And there's Fury. I need to take his towels off. He's going to try and keep him warm. 31 wins, 22 by knockout, and 1 draw, no losses. 22 by knockout or stoppage, and they say he's not feather-fisted, but people say that he can't punch. But obviously, when you're that big, you are going to get some stoppages. 18 stone 12, 6'9", stance switcher and trainer Sugar Hill Stewart. You know, cool. And Sugar Hill has changed his style, of course. Changed him from sort of that herky-jerky, you know, tippy-tappy, and turned him into somebody that can go forward and land some big bombs. So we'll be able to see whether or not he can do that with Whyte, because Whyte is a big puncher. A Gypsy King. He's been announced now. He's got his t-shirt on. Yes. What are we on now? 21 minutes in. They haven't even thrown a punch yet. Okay, so they go in. Frank Warren's there. Frank Warren, obviously he's in the Gypsy King's sort of corner. They're coming to the centre now. Looks like Dillian Whyte is just looking down. He's putting his gum shield in. There's a hell of a size difference really when it looks at the height difference. Really is apparent when they stand next to each other there. So the ref's just giving the final instructions, and now Sugar Hill looks like he's got a karate suit on. It's all white with sort of red trim and a red belt. It's either that or it's his pyjamas. Sugar Hill's turned up in his pyjamas. So he's all ready. We are ready for round 1. They've both got the gum shields in. And Tyson Fury, as they said there, he's on about this being his last fight. I hope not. Right, they're off. Round 1. Fury in the white shorts with red, and Whyte with the black shorts and silver on there. And they're just sort of tapping out. Obviously, he started off as orthodox, and Dillian Whyte has started off as a southpaw, which not expected that. So there's lots of front hand sort of knocking at the minute. Nothing really happening. Dillian Whyte has definitely come out as a southpaw, and it was Fury that was saying he was going to fight as southpaw, but he's come out as orthodox. Nothing really happening at the minute. Big right hand there by Whyte to the body. Again, he's going with some straights to the body. This is a definite feeling out round, and I don't think the commentators have realised that Whyte has come out as a southpaw, but he has. I've never seen him do that before. So perhaps he switched the story on Fury, who said that he was going to do it. Yeah, they've just said there, just picked up Richie Woodall, of course, Telford legend. He's on commentary, former WBC champion himself. He's just picked up on the fact that Whyte is in the southpaw stance. I don't know whether that's a good idea to do that, but he's trying to just landed a right hand hook to the body onto Fury, and Fury hasn't done a lot yet. This is really just a feeling out round, as I say. Yeah, they both look a bit nervous. Another right hook to the body by Whyte, and then the first shot really, which was a backhand from Fury to sort of make any sort of progress there. But they're just having a look. Again, another attempt to the right hook, the lead right hook, and then a very slow and lazy rear hand from Dillian Whyte, but he's still in the southpaw stance. Okay, let's get through with the jab, and so far Fury's trying to sort of work it out, because I don't think he would have done any preparation against a southpaw. I've never seen Whyte fight as a southpaw. I just wonder how long he'll keep this going. I'm trying to make out Dillian Whyte's boots, but it's hard to see. They just look like customised boots or trainers. That's the end of the first. That was a close one actually. I'm going to write down the scores. I don't expect this to go the full distance, but I think that was. If I was going to have to put anything down, I think it was a Whyte round, 10-9 to Whyte, but I don't think it's going to matter. Steve. Yeah, Steve Bunce just pointing out that Whyte didn't look particularly good as a southpaw, but it did cause a bit of confusion for Fury. So Sugar Hill just giving out his instructions, and Fury's stool, when he's sitting on the stool, he's almost as tall as Sugar Hill. That must be the tallest stool out. But he is a big guy. So second round, and Whyte has come out in the orthodox position, and Fury has come out in a southpaw. So a total switch there of what happened in round one. It's interesting. So just trying to get that rear hand in there, Fury. But it's all, it's very sort of front hand sort of tapping at the minute. But Whyte, he did a round of southpaw, and he is now in his orthodox position. Fury is now in the orthodox position. So there's a lot of switching going on. Big right by Whyte that was thrown there. He's looking to land. Oh, that was a massive one. The massive swing that missed. Fury got out of the way of it. Good job as well. It was a real sort of bolo shot. But yeah, just trying to feel each other out. It's not a massively fast start I thought it might be. But yeah, they're both in the orthodox now, and trying to just get those jabs in. And it looks like Whyte is going a lot for the body. Perhaps he's trying to slow Fury down with the body shots. Another right hand to the body, and then he's going jab to the head. And Fury's not done a lot so far. It just seems like he's pouring now. He's just through a left and a right combination. He's just pulling on his shorts, and then so on the back foot, Fury. He's not moving around like he normally does. So it's a close contest, but now Fury's just starting to dart that jab out, and then coming forward now, Whyte, and then a bit of a rough house now as he gets in close. But again, a big swing and a miss, and now Fury goes back with his own right hand. So yeah, this is building up to be a nice contest. Another big shot to the body by Dillian Whyte with a right hand swing. It's almost coming underneath the elbow of Tyson Fury. We're in round two. We've got 30 seconds left. It's not set fire so far. Still, stabbing jab to the body by Whyte. Yeah, Fury sort of doing that sort of head movement where he's just trying to make sure that he's not caught. Again, it's Whyte who is the man that is coming forward, and Tyson Fury, end of the round, close round. Ref trying to split them up now. Yeah, could have gone either way, to be fair, that one. Punches landed. A good left hook there on the highlights by Fury. Yeah, and then a big swing and a miss by Whyte. Yeah, just a bit obvious. I don't think he's going to catch him with that sort of obvious big bolo shots. But 2 rounds have happened already. And we will see how this happens now. Definitely, the first 2 rounds were cagey, to say the least. So, I don't even know. It could have been. It's a very close round, that one. Let's go here. Right, left hook again by Fury. Richie scorecard, he gave the first 2 rounds to Fury. I don't know how he's given the first round to Fury. Whyte looked like he landed the most punches. But there you go. You might have saw something I didn't see. But, yeah, Fury now. Alright, okay, so you've got a forearm into Fury and a big bolo punch again. So Whyte is definitely trying to rough him up a little bit. Again, he's just swinging and missing, and I just think that Fury's not going to fall for that. Good body punch there by Fury, and I think this is where the boxing skill of Fury will start to take over, because he's not going to get involved in a big massive sort of roughhouse fight with Whyte, which is what Whyte needs. He's just going to try and keep it long and pick the man off. Again, yeah, just keep trying to keep him away with a jab. Whyte comes in with a double jab there, and then a body punch by Fury. And you can see Whyte looks like he's trying, but he's not making that much progress at the minute. It's a hell of a tattoo he's got all across half of his back. After this fight, he'll definitely have enough money to finish that tattoo off. But yeah, right down the centre of his back, he's got a full tattoo. And then now, I think Fury, he's tied him up now. He's keeping it long. Now he's sort of tied it up. So again, a bit wrestly now in round 3 with a minute left. Again, a big swing by Whyte, who looks like he's trying to hit at the back of the head when he does that. I don't think he cares where he hits when he throws it. But Fury looks like he's settling down now. But yeah, it's hard to get past how long Fury is. Yeah, now he's letting his hands go a little bit more, Fury. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, he's finding his range a little bit more. Little nod of the head to acknowledge his own sort of success. Yeah, and I think, on reflection, the way this is going, I could say, I think that Fury is slightly ahead. I would say that he's won this round. It's close though. It's nip and tuck, but he just looks like he looks like he's just landing the nicer, cleaner shots. Okay, so I'm going to go for that round. I'm going to go Tyson Fury. So I'm going to go with Tyson Fury. I think he's 2-1 up. It's close. The second round was very close. Okay, so his trainer shouting at him in the corner. Dillian Whyte, putting a lot of Vaseline on his face. He does look like he's blowing a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so I'm not going to say they're reading him the riot act, but they're certainly animated in his corner, trying to get their points across. And Fury's corner looks calm. He looks calm. It doesn't look like there's any panic at all in that corner. So it's round 4 already. Okay, so they want him to get close by the sound of it. And he's going to need to get past them big long shots. Good right hand there by Tyson Fury. Yeah. Again, forearm into sort of the neck of Fury by Whyte. And they're a bit roughhouse tactics. The ref nearly got involved there. So, yeah, the ref's having a go at both of them. And Fury looks angry. At that last little exchange. Almost like, I think Whyte's almost as if like he was butted, and the referee, he's reading the right attack to both of them. Cut it out. Yeah. There was a bit of forearm action there by Whyte, and I'm not sure if the head went in as well, because both of them reacted in a way that they weren't happy. So, as he made Tyson Fury angry, so that's what it looked like. It's never a good idea to lose your temper in the ring, though. He's just picking him off now with some nice long jabs as Whyte tries to get close again. Such a big reach on the man. Yeah. Oh, lovely little left hook there, riding close by Whyte, and he has one back. And now, again, coming in, he's trying to just wing that big right hand. He's giving it a hell of a good go. And yeah, it's a bit give and take, I have to say. It's a bit give and take. I think Fury's just having a little bit more success by landing the actual punches that he's throwing. Again, it's getting a bit rough in the clinches. Yeah, so and the ref is he's earning his money here, the ref, to separate these two giants. And if it wants to go dirty, Fury can go there, and Whyte's a big old unit. Oh, he's caught there. And now it looks like Fury's going sort of head and body, starting to turn the screw a little bit, but Whyte looks dangerous still. He definitely looks dangerous. Okay, we've got about a minute left of this round 4. Still, and then grabbing of the head there by Fury, and the ref again having to go in and tell him off. Or big swing and a miss by Whyte, and then again tied up by Fury. This is not hitting the back of the heads. Oh, that's it. They're losing control. The referee's losing control here. Yeah, the referee has lost a bit of control as these pair start to hit both of them at the back of the head. I think he'll have to get control of this. This could ruin the fight. Right, so he's telling Whyte off. He's going to go across. He's going to tell Fury off. There's no need for this, to be honest, off either of them. Yeah. He did it to me, is what Fury said. But the ref has got to make sure that this doesn't descend into something that's not very pleasant. Right, it is rough and tough. They come into the clinch again. And when they come into the clinch, it looks like they're both looking to sort of either hit at the back of the head or, rough the other person up. And neither of them like it. Okay, they're back to sort of long range boxing now. Yeah. Okay. And it looks like Whyte is losing his calm a little bit. A lifting up of the arm there by Fury. And I think that Fury is now, I think he's 3-1 up in terms of rounds. Yeah, they're just showing the highlights. It was a big swing that nearly hit him at the back of the head by Whyte, but it didn't connect. Then there was a forearm into the throat. Yeah, just a bit of roughness coming in. And then in the corner, they're putting a lot of Vaseline on the face of Tyson Fury. Cutman Frank Hopkins, he's obviously got a tub of Vaseline that he wants to use tonight because it's all over his face. And then there's a little cut here on Whyte. Hopefully that won't prove to get any worse, or if it is right on the outside, that it doesn't affect his sight. The referee's getting them both in at the start to say, look, cut this out and fight. And that's fair enough. He needed to do that, I think, after the last round. It was descending into chaos at one point. Okay, get back to the boxing. And he's got long arms, Whyte. For his height, he's got long arms. But of course, at 6'9", you're going to have long arms if you're Tyson Fury. Yeah. Nice couple of body shots there by Fury. Fast hands. Whyte trying to close the gap, really. But the man on the outside is definitely Fury, and the man stalking is definitely Dillian Whyte. Yeah, he's trying to force the action, but the punches, I think, more coming, the ones that are landing more from Fury. Again, just throwing that jab out there. And Whyte needs to sort of start to produce something now, I would say. Otherwise, he's just going to be picked off long. Yeah, Richie Woodall, spot on Richie Woodall, saying Whyte needs to step on the gas a little bit. Yeah. Okay, so he's got him up the corner now. Oh, he looks all wobbly then. What was that? Oh no, I think their feet just clashed. It looked like Dillian Whyte was a bit unsteady on his feet, but looked like they probably stood on each other's toes or something. Yeah, now out the two, I think Fury does look like he's more settled, and it's a bit of tit for tat. One hits and then the other hits, but it looks to me like Fury is the man that is in charge. Yeah, and he's starting to go through the repertoire now. Head and body, in and out, big swing and a miss by Whyte. So this is the boxing skills coming out. Very unusual for a man the size of Tyson Fury to be such a good boxer as this. He moves very, very well. And Whyte literally just coming forward. He's being picked off now. It looks like Fury is just using that long straight shots, landing the shots, moving. Then he's tied him up as well. There's about 30 seconds left. They're in close again. Again, the forearm going into the neck of Fury from Whyte. Really, he's looking to rough him up in there. Trying, but I think Fury is just so big, such a big guy. And people, as I said before, they don't realise 6'9" is huge, absolutely huge. End of that round. End of the round. End of 5 rounds. Yeah, I'm going to give that again to Fury. I don't think there's enough coming back from Whyte at the minute. Yeah, it looks like they're working on that cut. That's there on Whyte. Just looking at some replay. A lovely body shot in there. And then have a body shot back. So it was a lovely body shot by the Gypsy King, and then a return body shot from Whyte. But yeah, it looks like the quality is just coming from Fury. Yeah, nice little double jab there. He's not really getting hit from the outside. That's what Lennox Lewis has just said. Yeah. Dillian Whyte's approach is just too slow. That fair play to Richie Woodall. That's a good shout. He just needs to go quicker. And can he go quicker? Okay, so Dillian Whyte's corner were a bit slow to get him out. And Fury now. I mean, Richie Woodall's got it as 50-45 to Fury as a total shutout. I don't agree with that. I do think that the first round, that was Whyte's. Although the first couple of rounds were very, very close. Big swings. The thing is, there's big swings coming in. As long as Fury can keep out the way of them, it's a fairly routine defence. This, if that is all that Whyte is bringing, occasionally Whyte looks like his legs stiffen. I don't think his punch is just awkwardness. I think. But he's not doing enough. He's trying to get close, but then he's getting picked off. Oh, another big swing and a miss. And before you know it, they're tangled up on the ropes again. Yeah. I mean, Fury, he's not a body beautiful. He's got a fair old love handles on him there. But this is boxing. It's not a bodybuilding competition. And, you don't need big muscles to win boxing matches. He certainly is a very good boxer. He just basically hasn't got the genetics really to be an Anthony Joshua type of physique. But in saying that, he doesn't need it. He doesn't need it. Again, yeah, Fury in control, keeping it long now, and Whyte just sort of trying to press forward, but doesn't look like he's got that many ideas. I thought they would have worked on a better game plan than this. It's almost like the game plan is trying to catch Fury with big looping shots, a swing, but they're swinging and missing at the minute. And Fury just moves back. He's sort of working the ropes, moving round, keeping him away. I mean, he's holding him out now with his arm. Ref's giving him a little warning for that. Whyte needs to get close, and he needs to up his work rate, I would say. Yeah, again, they're coming close. As soon as they come in close, Whyte's looking to put that forearm in Fury's neck. Yeah, Fury has just landed what looked like an uppercut, and Dillian Whyte is on the floor. It looked like a nothing punch, and then he was on the floor. It definitely wasn't a nothing punch. He's all over the place. He's gone. He's gone. That's the end of the contest. It was all over. There was no way that the ref could have let that go on. It was. I think it looked like a beautiful right uppercut, and a lovely shot, and down went Dillian Whyte. And when he got up, he was on unsteady legs. There was no way that Dillian Whyte could have carried on there. You could see as soon as he got up, he was like this. And yeah, it's a good victory for Fury. That not that difficult, I have to say, not that difficult. Seemed to have it all his own way. So Fury knocked him, stopped him, and that was round 6. So earlier than I thought. I did think that he would stop him, but earlier than I thought. And yeah, so Fury just across there, give Frank Warren a kiss on the head. But yeah, I mean, they do say, John Fury was saying that Tyson is, he's up the camera now. He's up the camera. John Fury up at the camera. He gets very animated, John Fury does. But yeah, he was just up the camera. He always says that he thinks that his son is levels above the others, and I think he's right. He's such a good boxer for the size of him. And they haven't showed the replay yet, but I'm fairly certain it was like a nice right uppercut, and that is the shot. That is the shot to stop Whyte with, the uppercut. I think his last 2 defeats have both come from uppercuts. He seems okay now, so he's coming across the ring. They're just taking off Fury's gloves, and Dillian Whyte and Tyson Fury sort of embrace at the end, and then there's sort of four models in the corner. Seem to be having almost like a party. Let's have a look. Yeah, so it's there. Let's have a look. Comes in. Oh yes, it was almost like an uppercut, and then he just pushed, but it was definite. Uppercut right under the chin, little push, and then he went over, but it wasn't a push. It was definitely a lovely. He went through with a right uppercut, right on. Saw that he got him and just gave him a little push. Over he went, but that was a beautiful, beautiful shot, right the way through. God, he's here of Dillian Whyte, straight way through. There's a beautiful punch, a little push at the end. Down went Whyte. He was out on his feet, I would have said at that point, from that shot. Down he went, and as soon as he gets to his feet, he's on unsteady legs. The ref, you can see the ref is trying to give him as much as possible, but he's almost in this position here, puts his hands up and then just staggers across the ring. There's no way the ref could have let that go on, and that's the good night Vienna. That is the end of the fight there, and there's no coming back from that shot. It was a beautiful uppercut. Tyson Fury has done very, very well there, very well. He took his time. It was a bit sort of slow starting. It was a little bit sort of messy at one stage where the ref had to get involved, and now Tyson Fury has got the green WBC belt and also the white WBC belt that they've produced. and the WBC will be breathing a sigh of relief, because they obviously did never want Whyte. They never did want Dillian Whyte to be their champion. So I don't know if they viewed him as like a clubber lang. I think they definitely didn't want him. Their actions showed that they did not want Dillian Whyte to be the WBC champion. And now, after that, he can come back. He can come back. It's whether or not he'll want to come back. There's a WBC president. He's all smiles. He's all smiles. Of course he is. Of course he is. So but not a bad result really. I mean, I wasn't favouring either. I would have loved Whyte to have done that, but it was quite obvious as it was going on. He didn't have the game plan. I don't think he had the skill. I don't think he had the ability to beat such a good boxer as Tyson Fury. He's now being interviewed by Steve Bunce. So he's always gives credit to Jesus Christ. He always does that. And then he's just acknowledging the crowd a little bit. And then we are Spartans. And Frank Warren looks very happy as well. He's got the mic. I reckon he's going to start to sing. Yeah, 94,000. That's a hell of an achievement. It turned out to be quite a routine defence. I have to say. I don't think that was just going to go over the rounds. That would have got worse and worse. And in the end, it was a beautiful knockout shot. Beautiful. Yeah, Dillian Whyte is a warrior, definitely. Yeah, I think it's just difficult for him because he's just so big. Yeah, and Dillian Whyte's just going from the ring now, but he tried his best. Fair play to him. He tried his best. You just see there, he's got his fly groin guard on. He's wearing his fly gloves, and yeah. Yeah, he's just saying it was right uppercut, and it's a really good punch. Really good punch. Well, I'll see now whether or not he sort of carries on with his threat to not fight again. Sugar Hill is giving acknowledgement to him. Yeah. He's got some power now. Sugar Hill has bought in sort of the power to him and landing that shot, because people always said that he wasn't that guy, and he's stopping people. He's stopping people. You can't argue that he's not transferring that size to his power now. Yeah, there's a nice moment there between the trainer Sugar Hill and Tyson Fury. Yeah, fair play. Yeah. Are we going to see you back in the ring? He says no. Okay. Right, okay, so... Yeah, so he's saying he wanted to finish after the Wilder 3 fight. He's now saying, that's it. Yeah. He's given the fans over here in England like a homecoming fight, but that sounds like he's ready to stop. I think that would be a shame, because I do think that the winner of Usyk versus Joshua, I do think that would be a great fight against Tyson Fury, but it sounds like he's still sticking to his guns. Frank Warren obviously will want to talk him out of that. Hold on, I tried to talk to Frank then, and I don't know what happened. Frank didn't want to answer him. That looks like it. Yeah, he's speaking to Frank Warren now, the promoter. And yeah, he's just saying, is this the last fight? Yeah, so Frank Warren at the minute is sort of saying if it's going to be his last fight, it's going to be his last fight. To be fair, I think Frank will probably try and have a chat to him tomorrow and show him how much money he's got and how much money he could get. But of course, Tyson Fury does say that it's not about the money anymore, and it probably isn't. Probably isn't. So it wouldn't be too bad for him. Wouldn't be too bad a way for him to bow out, I have to say. So there you go. I've enjoyed it. It wasn't the barnstorm of fight that I was hoping for, but it certainly was finished off with a beautiful right uppercut. And ultimately the right man won. He's the better boxer out of the two. I feel sorry for Dillian Whyte. I think that they made him wait so long, and he's just unfortunate that he's had to meet up with Tyson Fury. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please like and subscribe to Fit to Box channel. And he's just started singing, and I shall speak to you soon.